Hello everybody, my name is Alex. In today's video I'm going to be starting a development log for a game that I actually started coming up with the ideas for a couple months ago. I started actually working on this project and experimenting around with some of the little mechanics and stuff I wanted to have for this game. I've been having a lot of fun coming up with a lot of the ideas for this, and it's still very early in development. I've only started playing around with some of the basic mechanics, but I wanted to show you guys what's going on so far, and I want to make this like a monthly development log, show what I get done in each month and where I'm at in development. I thought it'd be pretty cool to show off. So I'm gonna go and start off. I'll go ahead and show you real quick the project. I'll also go over some little ideas here and there that I think would be interesting, as well as potential concerns. But yeah, so we'll go and jump into it. And alright, so this is the project itself, the main area that I've been using to test out some of the main mechanics. So this is actually using, I've done a video on this, the VR expansion plugin. Ignore this one. I was going to use this and found that it was not that great. Or at least I guess I should say I had trouble getting it to work the way I wanted it to. The OpenVR expansion plugin was actually what I ended up using in order to do a lot of this. I actually used it to help develop the character, and I'm actually using the gesture recognition as well. So the name of this project, I'm currently calling Battle Mage. So the whole idea is that you're going to have two sides. It's going to be a 1v1 PvP style game. You'll be able to do gestures in order to cast spells and damage your opponent. I had a few different ideas. I was playing around with this, so I'll go and show you real quick what's in here so far. I recently started playing around with the models as well. I did actually start working, trying to improve my modeling skills a little bit here and there. So that's kind of where I'm at here. I can show you more thoroughly what this is here in a sec. But you can see I unfortunately made this a bit big, which means that actually one of the spells I have is not working fully correctly right now, because it actually hits myself and then despawns. But essentially it would be a fireball, and I can show you what that looks like here in a second too. But it would just be casting out like this. You can see the gestures actually need some work too. So I have a mana and a health. Currently I don't have anything that actually takes the health, but if we go ahead, I can actually show you one cool spell. This actually needs to be fixed up a little bit too, but I also want to get a hand in. So if we actually cast, there we go. So you can actually see I can hold it down and cast like a little flame. I also have like a little dummy over here to help me test out the spells. You can see it's like printing the collisions and everything. I might, in order to actually get this game in the final stage, I'm planning on having like a little dummy training area anyways. So I figured it'd be good to get that out of the way regardless. But yeah, so that's just kind of one of the spells. So the whole game's going to be based around different classes of mages, essentially. So the one that I actually started working on was this fire one. Especially, I partially started working on it because it gave me a chance to mess around with the particle system a little bit, which I looked at before, but not very thoroughly. So this gave me a chance to kind of mess around with that. Currently, the spells I have for this one are really only using the particle system. So that's kind of cool. So yeah. So like I said, it'll have a class-based system. So I'll have different classes of mages that all have their own different gestures along with spells that you'll be able to cast. I also want to show you real quick the other one that I wasn't able to show you, Fireball. So this one is just gonna be like a little fireball. It's not actually spawning correctly. It's a bit big when it spawns, and I think I may need to scale it down a bit. But essentially, what it'll do is it'll spawn exactly what it says, a fireball that you'll be able to cast out. Another thing I'm considering too is, you saw I had a wand there. One idea I'm having is having separate wand and hand spells, which could help broaden the gestures, and it will also allow me to reuse certain ones as well. This is actually something. The reason I'm thinking too about reusing certain things, and I want to have the wand in a certain place, is I am actually. I've considered possibly making this a Quest game as well as Steam VR and just general Oculus like Rift S, Rift, that kind of stuff. So something else I'm taking into consideration is what can and can't the Quest handle, which I've played around with the Quest for development before, for one project before. Main issue I found with the Quest is that's very limiting in what you can and can't do, and even in terms of because this is meant to be a multiplayer 1v1 versus, I know that Oculus in general tends to be very limiting about working with Steam VR and things like that, which was something I did consider as well, is having a sort of that kind of cross platform compatibility thing. I'm not sure if most Steam and Oculus games do that, but like I said, it's something I've considered. So yeah, and then this is the main character here. This is actually using the VR character from the VR expansion plugin. So this is that default character with some modifications. This is actually the default character. Like I said, I'm going to have a couple different classes, and I'm not going to show them all off. But I do have a fire-based class and a couple others that I'm planning on working on once I get the fire one done. I don't want to, go too in depth with future plans, just because I don't know what will end up making it in the final product, and I don't know what will end up, what will have to get taken out and things like that. So this is kind of the project as it stands right now. Like I said, I'm going to try and make this like a monthly development log kind of thing. Just kind of go over, some cool things that I added in, kind of ideas about what could still remain in the game and what might just end up getting dropped. So with that, that's the whole project that as it stands right now. Like I said, this is still very early on in development, so a lot of this is most certainly going to change. But yeah, and if you want to see more about this game or anything like that, like, subscribe, helps a lot. Until next time, see ya.